When we were in Australia, we taught workshops in Sydney and Newcastle. And then I interviewed agent Gina Stoj, and she talks about where Australian actors study, how they land work, and even how they're making the crossover into the Los Angeles market. I do love Australia. I think we're done. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. You're an agent and a manager, or what is that situation?
Okay,
here?
well in Australia we don't have managers, and we have generally agents that represent you across the board, so theatrical and commercial. So the actors that I represent in Australia, I'm their agent, and I have a big stable of actors, about 400 people, and I represent them commercially and theatrically.
I see. And how are the auditions in Australia? I understand you have 6 casting directors?
There's probably 6 to 10 max, there's not many, and that's in New South Wales. And the breakdowns we see for New South Wales, and we can only submit actors within our state. Unless there's someone high profile, then obviously we can get them out of the state, but generally they want to see just within that area they live in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And where do the actors study? The actors that come to you, are they already trained?
There are some that go through universities that are trained in theatre mainly. There are some, there's NIDA, which is theatre as well as...
what is that?
NIDA, that's the National Institute of Dramatic Art. They have the 3-year course, but they also have some 1-year courses that cover camera work. And there's Screenwise, which is it's a 2-year course, I think, and they cover mainly screen acting.
And how do actors find you? How do they...
It's word of mouth. I think it's recommendation a lot of the time. I've never advertised. It's recommendations. And when I started off, I was just going to help my son and just a few of his acting buddies, and it grew from there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, you are also working in Los Angeles.
Yes, I've started managing actors in the past just over 12 months. I was going to do...
Are these Los Angeles based?
They're Los Angeles based actors, and I have a couple of Australians that have got their working visas that I represent there as well. But I've been really sneaky, because I've been getting briefs from LA that suit some of my actors down to like perfectly that are in Australia. So I'm asking the LA casting directors if my guys can tape, self-tape, and we send it off to them, and they have looked at a few.
Great.
So it opens the pathways for everyone.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And if they find someone who's perfect for what they need, they will move heaven and earth and get them there.
Absolutely. I've seen it happen. I mean, I know I'm going off the subject, but my son 2 years ago, my son's an actor, but he's also disabled. He was flown by NBC Studios, business class airfares, to test for a lead role that was for a disabled person. They looked all around the world for an actor that was suitable. So it can happen if you are.
Right. Well, and on Lost, one of the women, she was from Canada, and at the last minute her papers came through.
Exactly, yeah.
So
things can happen, you know, you just have to put it out there, and yeah.
And so you help your actors get training. I came here to talk to them. Do you have other people?
Yeah, at the beginning of this year I got, I asked Toby Guidry from Burroughs and Boland Casting in LA, that they were casting The Hobbit. And I met him when I was in LA in one of the, we went out for dinner, and I said, you know, come out to Australia and do a workshop. And he came out and did a weekend, and the actors just loved him. It was just, the lesson they got from him was just fantastic. So I am trying to bring out CDs and people from LA to come and give some tuition to my guys.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.